Beauty can be a blessing, but it can also be a test. The story of Prophet Yusuf, peace be upon him, teaches us that true beauty lies not in appearance, but in character, patience, and unwavering trust in Allah. His life is an epic journey through betrayal, temptation, injustice, and ultimately, divine gustis. It's a story that speaks directly to the heart, showing us that even in our darkest moments, a divine plan is unfolding. The story begins with a dream. Prophet Yusuf was the beloved son of Prophet Yaqub. Peace be upon him. From a young age, Yusuf was gifted with remarkable beauty, wisdom, and a pure heart. One night, he had a profound vision. As the Qur'an tells us, he said to his father, "O my father, indeed I have seen 11 stars, and the sun and the moon. I saw them prostrating to me." Prophet Yaqub, a prophet himself, immediately sensed the greatness in this dream, but also the danger it carried. He knew that jealousy could corrupt even the closest of hearts, and so he warned his young son not to share this vision with his brothers. It was a father's protective instinct, a premonition of the trials to come. This early lesson reminds us that not all blessings should be openly displayed. Sometimes wisdom lies in quiet discretion. But the seeds of envy had already been sown. Consumed by jealousy over their father's love for Yusuf, his own brothers plotted against him. They devised a cruel plan to get rid of him, casting him into the darkness of a well. They then returned to their grieving father with a blood-stained shirt and a fabricated story, saying, "Oh, our father, a wolf has eaten him." But their hearts were filled with deceit. Imagine the pain of being betrayed by those who should have been your protectors, your own blood. Yusuf was left alone in the dark, abandoned and betrayed. Yet, even in that desolate well, Allah's plan was already in motion. This powerful part of the story teaches us a difficult but crucial lesson. Betrayal can come from those we trust the most. But even when human bonds break, Allah never abandons the innocent. His protection is a constant, a silent force guiding events from behind the scenes. From the well, Yusuf's journey took another dramatic turn. He was found by a passing caravan, sold into slavery, and taken to the land of Egypt. There, he entered the house of a powerful official. As he grew into a man, his physical beauty, which had already caused so much trouble, became a new and even greater trial. The wife of the official became infatuated with him and tried to seduce him. The Qur'an describes this intense moment. She desired him, and he would have inclined to her had he not seen the proof of his Lord. In that critical moment of temptation, with no one watching, Yusuf chose integrity over desire. He remembered Allah and turned away from sin. For us, this is a powerful reminder that true strength isn't about physical power, but about the moral fortitude to resist temptation, especially when we think no one can see us. It's about maintaining our purity for the sake of Allah alone. Despite his righteousness, Yusuf's trials were far from over. Instead of being rewarded for his integrity, he faced a grave injustice. To protect her own reputation, the woman falsely accused him, and he was thrown into prison for a crime he did not commit. Thus Yusuf was imprisoned for a time. He went from being a beloved son to a slave, and now to a prisoner. But even behind bars, in the depths of despair, Yusuf's spirit never broke. He remained faithful, patient, and kind. He saw his hardship not as a punishment, but as an opportunity to call others to the path of Allah, sharing his wisdom and faith with his fellow prisoners. This teaches us that our dignity and worth are not defined by our circumstances. Whether in a palace or a prison, true honor comes from our unwavering faith and our connection to God. Years passed, but Allah had not forgotten Yusuf. Through a turn of events that only a divine author could write, Yusuf's ability to interpret dreams, a gift from Allah, became his key to freedom. The king of Egypt had a perplexing dream that no one could decipher. When word of Yusuf's talent reached the palace, he was summoned. He not only interpreted the dream, foretelling years of famine, but also provided a brilliant economic plan to save the nation. Impressed by his wisdom and integrity, the king raised Yusuf from the depths of the prison to a position of immense power, making him the treasurer of Egypt. As Yusuf himself would later reflect, indeed, this is the result of patience. Allah does not allow the reward of the righteous to be lost. The story then comes full circle. During the famine, His brothers, the very ones who betrayed him, traveled to Egypt seeking food. They stood before him, desperate and humbled, completely unaware that the powerful official they were begging for help was the little brother they had left for dead. This was Yusuf's moment of ultimate victory. He held all the power. He could have exposed them, shamed them, or taken his revenge. But what did he do? He revealed his identity not with anger, but with incredible mercy and grace. He looked at his guilt-ridden brothers and said, "No blame will there be upon you today. Allah will forgive you, and He is the most merciful of the merciful." This is the pinnacle of the story. This is divine justice. It's not about revenge. It's about forgiveness, elevation, and achieving a moral victory that is far greater than any worldly retribution. Yusuf proved that true power doesn't lie in punishing others, but in having the strength to forgive. He reunited his family, bringing his parents to Egypt and fulfilling the dream he had as a child, with his family honoring him. The story of Prophet Yusuf is a timeless lesson for all of humanity. It reminds us that beauty, whether physical or material, is a test from Allah. It shows us that betrayal, no matter how painful, does not define our destiny. It proves that patience, even through years of hardship, ultimately leads to elevation and honor. And most importantly, it reassures us that Allah's justice always arrives, perfectly timed and in the most perfect way. As the Qur'an says, "Indeed, my Lord is subtle in what He wills." When faith guides our hearts, even the deepest betrayals and the gravest injustices can become pathways to divine honor and ultimate victory. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more reflections.